Mayor. Do you guys want me to crouch and hold mic? I don't mind at all.
If you don't mind.
I don't mind. Oh, thank you. Not a problem.
Who wants to have a story about how Nora did in the helicopter?
Thank you, Nora.
Anyone? Everyone? Lucky day for you, Nora.
Governor, just talking about this briefing here today, what were some of the things that, you learned? We heard from some, county commissioners and people from the community. What were some of the things that you took away from this briefing?
It's a common theme, but a real sense not only just of obvious urgency, but the aftermath. Right? The focus has to be on containment, right? Controlling the fire, getting the fire to end, saving lives, protecting structures. But at the end of that comes the other set of incredibly arduous work. And given all the different government jurisdictions, there's always an exception where someone, a community, a particular area doesn't get what it needs. And then that becomes an incredible hardship. So what we're talking about is let's figure out ways not to let that happen. And we've been pretty successful at that, but if I don't have local leadership saying this FEMA rule is going to be a problem, this particular state constitutional issue, not that we're going to breach or break or ignore the Constitution, but we have to find other avenues, including sometimes we have to create momentum in the private sector to help us, whatever it is. But if we don't do that together, too many people aren't going to be made whole or made whole in time. The second thing that's really important for me is to get a sense about the resources we're going to need as a state for the next decade that are about these natural disasters and fire risks in general. This is where our focus, frankly, is going to have to be as a state.
Governor, what was your reaction towards seeing the damage of the McBride Fire going over Lujan Canyon? What were your thoughts?
Well, what's hard is it's daylight, so I'm not seeing it in the same way. I will tell you that because of you, I am seeing in real time the most horrific, tragic, and harrowing photographs about what this fire looks like on the ground everywhere. I did see both smoke plumes, one that was described today that's only a mile from here in the McBride, and the plume, but I can't even from the helicopter. You fly fairly low in the helicopter that I can fly in because we're not going to use a firefighting apparatus. I didn't see it. But those horrific images never leave your mind. And for the first time in a long time, New Mexico looks like what we've seen play out on the West Coast. And while I wish I could tell every New Mexican that the mayor and I and the county commission and the lieutenant governor, we're going to prevent every fire, it's not true. We aren't. We're going to do everything we can to keep people safe and to mitigate the extent of these fires. But this is going to happen all around the state, and we have to be prepared. That's why I'm here. We have to be prepared.
And Governor, this fire impacting so many families, like you were just mentioning, what would you like to
207 families that we are sorry that their loss is our loss. And you can see that people, the only comfort is bringing them resources and food and telling them how sorry they are. It makes me very proud to be the governor when I have a New Mexican from Taos County say, what can I do for the people in Lincoln County? That's exactly how it should work. But there are no words to express. That's a total loss. Even though making sure that your family is safe, when it is all gone, where do you live? Where will you work? How do you get to work? How do you comfort your children? Can you live back there again? Where will you go? Those are enormous challenges. And so the message is, we know, we understand. I can't take away your pain, but I will do everything I can to ease your burden. Everything I can. One more question?
Governor, I'm from El Paso Times. Easter weekend is a big weekend here at Ruidoso.
What do you say to the people in El Paso who might have plans or in the area to come to Ruidoso? Is Ruidoso open for business?
I'm going to defer to the mayor. It looked to me like it was really very open, but I know that the mayor wants to mitigate risks in the community.
Absolutely. We're all about mitigating risk, but we're a tourist-based community, and yeah, Ruidoso is open, but you need to be aware. There's a lot of things that won't be operable right now. Some of our areas in Upper Canyon still don't have electricity. There are some air quality issues. So those are things that you need to check into before you come. So it's not business as usual. We're still a long ways away from that. And just what the governor was talking about, mitigating, we've got to get with these families that have lost their homes, their possessions, everything that they have. And those are things that we're working with the governor and other state officials on getting those plans in process. And that's what we're focused on now. We have the top one team that's in here to shut this fire down, and then now we have our job to move forward. And we're ready to do that. But yes, we're open, but tentative.
And how about the Easter message should be to pray for this community, keep them close, and if you can make a donation in any context, to any faith-based community, any other nonprofit organization, if you can get food or supplies here, they are welcome in this community and communities across the state that are suffering from fires, and I have no doubt that there are also fires in Texas. And so we should all be doing that.
Governor, what's the number one thing you hope to get done here first in response to the fire?
Just make sure that I'm prepared to move bureaucratic aspects out of the way. So, I mean, that's really, they declare the emergency, that opens the door for resources. If the resources don't show up, that's an immediate call from the mayor to me. My job is to get resources on the ground, including FEMA and the federal government and their teams, and they're now on the ground, and to get more. And frankly, having two has been very effective, and as the mayor knows, it took the two of us to fight a little bit with the federal government and the county to make it very clear we want more than one. We need more than one. It's moving too quickly. The winds are too powerful. So that's really the state's job. And then after, solve problems for people. We have to do more in mitigation. I want to be really clear. This community is doing incredible work in prevention and mitigation. This is a worldwide, global issue. We are going to have to do more and be more innovative and creative. And I can't think of the last time we talked about, are we teaching fire safety prevention in schools? Not enough. Not enough. So there's more we can be doing to create awareness. Those are the reasons you want your leadership and your elected leaders in these communities. There's always more to be done, and we're going to do it.
Thank you guys. I know the gun's going to take a tour of operations. Absolutely. I don't know who's who.
No. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You are a rock star.
No problem. I'm missing Chase. Here we go.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.